Hi everyone, it's your girl Eunice. Happy Friday. Hi, we have 8 days, I'll just say 7 days to go. Our upcoming cybersecurity orientation scheduled Saturday, January 4th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you come and learn from industry experts. One of the reasons I want to make this video is that I've been in communication with a lot of you all, and people are telling me that they want to do training in RMF. Oh, somebody's offering training in RMF. RMF. Do we even understand this whole RMF of a thing? My next question is, you know what? I just shook my head. I'm like, RMF in what? And that's why we have our dedicated YouTube channel. You need to watch those videos. I started from the ground up, like from the fundamentals. You need to understand these fundamentals. You need to have this background. Yes, they are fundamentals, they are basics, but they are the backbone in cybersecurity. There's just no way you can get a cybersecurity job working and do it without you understanding these principles. No, you got to understand them. Okay? And if someone said they are offering a training in RMF, RMF in what? And believe me or not, I'll say over 90% or 99% of them, they are offering training in RMF as pertaining to FISMA. That's a core regulatory body in the US government. Okay, and then they teach you of FedRAMP, which is the cloud version of FISMA. And by now, you know everybody's going to cloud. So imagine you taking training RMF as pertaining to FISMA or FedRAMP. Again, everybody knows this RMF thing is just a 6-step. Anybody can do it. Okay, categorization, selection of controls, assessment or implementation of security control, assessment of security control, authorization to operate, and CONMON, continuous monitoring. That's it. But do you know that all these other regulatory frameworks also have the RMF portion? And that's why I ask the questions. RMF in what? Is it RMF in FISMA or FedRAMP? Is it RMF in HITRUST? Is it RMF in PCI DSS? Is it in GDPR, the big brother of them all? What more of third-party vendor risks? Where you can't work as a third-party vendor risks without you having a core understanding on all these regulatory frameworks. Okay, so let's break them down. So somebody's doing RMF for $2,000. That's it. Okay. Then, if they want to teach you HITRUST, which I believe I've not seen folks teaching HITRUST, HITECH, and HIPAA, 1,015. PCI DSS, do you know, once you have a good understanding on the NIST framework or standard, do you know that PCI DSS is just a subset of the NIST? And that's what set us apart, people. We are recognized nationwide by the National Initiative of Cybersecurity Careers and Studies, being sponsored by the Department of Homeland Security and CISA. That means a lot. Okay, so if somebody is doing PCI DSS, are you all performing gap analysis? There's just no way you can get a compliant job without you knowing about gap analysis. Are you all performing gap analysis? Fair enough, say you are doing RMF in just FISMA. Have you performed a gap analysis for the new revision, Rep 4 and Rep 5? Do you even know? Huh? And PCI DSS, do you know even the key components? How do you just expect to jump to PCI DSS without you even having all this background? Okay? Say PCI DSS might be 2025. GDPR, ISO 27001 and 2, 2025. By default, everybody, Europe. I'm saying it because we have European students, we have African students, we have students from Canada, we have students across the globe, everywhere in the world. Okay? So how do you even intend to work without you understanding this? So if you take just a training RMF as pertaining to FISMA or FedRAMP, you are limited for the US government alone. And that's why people go out there and be like, oh, they are not jobs. This thing is not for me. Because you've already limited yourself. Our last 3 students that got jobs, none of them actually got a government job. They are working in different sectors. One is working in an educational sector. And if you work with an educational system, you need to understand GDPR. Because she's working with third-party vendor risks. Okay, so when you have all of these vendors, you have schools that have exchange students from Europe, by default, you have to be in compliance with GDPR. So if you don't have this background, how do you even intend to work as a third-party vendor risk? Because third-party vendors, you need to have an in-depth understanding of all these core compliance or frameworks, right? We have another student that works with a credit union, and that she knows PCI DSS. We have another student that works for a private organization that they adhere to 1 or 2 or 3 regulatory frameworks. So if you are limited to just FISMA and FedRAMP and you think that it's easy for you to just get that job, even a government job, once you let go of the government job. Now you're not able to get a job even in the private sector because you are so narrow-minded. You have limited your scope. And that's why you see our training is a complete thing. Say you have GDPR for over 2.5, third-party vendor rates. You guys know. Actually, matter of fact, the last three students, they are all working as third-party vendor rates analysts. Okay? That's 1,520,000. Sum everything together, it's over 10,000 plus. But we are asking you people for just $3,000. And with that $3,000, it's not something you all are going to pay once. It's like an increment. And also, we also partner with Affirm. That way you all can get credit and you're paying just $100, over the period of 36 months. So what is really preventing you all from starting your cybersecurity career? And the truth is, you all try and conduct research, perform research. Don't just jump into something because somebody is doing it. You want to be able to understand. And that's why we have all these core regulatory frameworks covered within the space of 4 to 6 months. And apart from that, interview prep, we are there. Everything is hands-on. Student will be able to present in class. And once you are part of us, you are part of us for life. Imagine doing that for $3,000. Are you for real? Yeah, and if you are that side that you feel like, oh, I just want to do it for 2 months and get a job, then unfortunately, I would tell you that our school is not for you. This is something that you want to make a career. I don't believe in shortcuts. I believe in you being a master of yourself, of what, like you need to know. You need to leave that lasting impression. They need to feel your presence, like wherever you are or wherever you work. So there's nothing like shortcuts. And that's why we take our time and like have this good curriculum for you all. And right now we are working on revamping everything on the website. Okay, so if you are still doubting, make sure you come on Saturday as we're gonna cover some of this, right? Because I feel like you still don't put the dots together, all the pieces together. And that's why when you go to some of this training, they take your money. When you get a job, then you come to me and you put no, I'm being very honest, I am not cheap. I am not cheap. $100 an hour if I have to help you. Imagine how much you're gonna spend within the period of, and you still do not have the knowledge because you are confused. You are trying to keep your job. It's just so much. So take your time and make this a career path for you. Once you are in for good. Okay? So see you all again. As I said, you guys will have the opportunity to network with experts. They're gonna tell you people about their stories, and we cannot wait to see you all on the phone. Bye.